Good morning, Ruth. How's it going?
It's going good. Do you see my breakfast? It's a hole. So you put the egg in there.
There you go. Before we could leave for Stockholm, we sadly had to say goodbye to our amazing professor, Dr. Taylor.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Well, thank you. Have a great time traveling. Stay safe in Stockholm. Yeah, and stay classy. Stay classy.
Of course.
Good seeing you.
Yeah.
See you in the fall.
I will see you in the fall.
Security checkpoint.
Let's go.
On this trip.
Wait, really?
Until we fly home.
I was walking like this, and then it beeped at me because I guess I didn't have my hands down here. And then he was like, "Can I have your hands?" And I was like, "Yeah, sir." And so I gave it to him. Wipe this side and this side. And I didn't find cocaine.
Toiletflugtvejfri for håndbagage indtil skiltet med sikkerhedsbæltet er slukket. Du må nu gerne bruge din mobiltelefon. Vær forsigtig, når du åbner bagagen.
As was customary at that point, we dropped our bags at the hotel, then went off to lunch and a walking tour.
Why does it seem bigger?
It's a little different.
I like the dimensions. It's got a phone thing now. Look.
They've upgraded.
We like bolts better in Sweden. I mean, we all knew it would be better. It's just a Sweden
It's
way.
Sweden. It's Sweden.
A little fancy pizza moment, some grass as Johnny would say. I think we're all in need of a nap. I am, at least. I'll speak for the whole group.
But before we could rest, it was time to explore the city, starting with Stockholm's famous Gamla stan, or Old Town.
The Royal Palace is one of the biggest in Europe. It has 608 rooms.
I wish I was this child.
It's fake. It's a sham. The whole country. It's literally just Virginia. 1862. Huh.
Johnny, can I see real quick what this says?
We on the
It's a super pedestrian. What, Anthony? Where's Anthony?
I like to consider myself a super pedestrian.
Yay! The Grand Hotel. It's the most famous slash like bougie hotel in this country. Sweden is beautiful. Do I see myself living here? Absolutely not.
What do we think? Buy or sell?
It sucks. Dump it. Literally the whole building needs to be burned. Gee, maybe that was too intense for this country.
After racing back, it was time for dinner and our farewell to our beloved professor, Dr. Alexander.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Okay, good morning, Lily.
Good morning. Right there is where Rene Descartes is buried. He came to Sweden to discuss philosophical matters with the Queen, and he died of pneumonia, and so he's buried here. And we are currently about to get run over by a moped, but we're traveling to a site visit for today.
I don't know much about where we are, but we're in a church and we're going to be meeting with a Swedish pastor. He's going to tell us a bit about Christianity in Sweden.
What is this line over here all about?
It's for coffee and tea. Yeah, they offered it to us.
And when did everybody last have coffee?
Probably 45 minutes ago.
I'm just really emotional, so you probably don't want to get me talking.
She has a good reason to be emotional. We're talking about the differences between like Swedish culture, like Christianness versus being a believer, and then like getting to see actual believers at the end. Enoch was playing the piano, and it broke my heart the most.
Absolutely. Going to the food market. Get some food.
Christian, how was lunch?
It was good. I got chicken quesadillas, and for a food court, this was it was really delicious.
That's great. So, should be fun.
Oh, he's right there.
So after lunch today, came back to the hotel briefly, and now I'm taking a little personal time to explore the place called Eriksdalsbadet. So I'm here on Södermalm, which is like the southern part of the city, and hopefully gonna go for a swim. Okay, so far so good. I got my access into the pool here, and hopefully it'll be all good to hop in the water. I think we got a long course pool, so trying to get ready for our swim meet called LAI. Not too long from now, so this will be very helpful in my swimming preparation. Just finished a short swim here at Eriksdalsbadet. Great spot for a short swim, just about 2,000 meters. Now that the swim is over, I am going to head back to the hotel and get
I'm getting the chicken tikka masala with garlic naan and a mango lassi. I am getting chicken tikka masala with a garlic naan and a mango lassi.
I'm doing the same. I'm thrilled. Doing the same? I'm genuinely.
So we got 3 of the same thing here.
Oh, and 4.
And you?
I'm getting a chicken tikka masala with mango lassi and garlic naan.
I'm glad you guys are having fun.
Cool. That was my first time having real Indian food. I thought it was good though.
Compared to India Palace, it was just okay. It was a good time to chat. We were all waiting for a while. The lassi was good.
I got the Zhang Zhang Cha.
It means dirty tea in Chinese.
Oh, really? Honestly, I'm giving it like a 6 out of 10. I didn't really like the flavor and it was too sweet.
Where are we going this morning?
We are going to a virtual meeting.
With the Friar Defense Secretary?
Yes.
Yes.
She's involved with NATO. So
No, we're not. I thought we weren't.
Someone's mom.
No, I thought we were with Eric's mom.
The mom of a member of parliament.
No, we are. Just
we will tell you afterwards.
Yeah, once we learn who we're meeting with.
Just listened to a security person. She gave us a really nice historic rundown of Russia and talked about NATO and Finland and Sweden's relationship. And now we're gonna go look at a church, and then we have another meeting at 12.
How are we feeling about touring a super old Lutheran church?
I'm so excited as one of 2 outspoken Lutherans on the trip.
Yes.
This is a little dream come true here.
Let me just add that I will probably be able to build this church in Minecraft.
Oh!
Which makes it not that impressive.
I heard that this one got canceled going to a Calvinist church.
Rene Descartes from France was asked to come to Sweden to give lessons in philosophy for Queen Christina. He gets pneumonia and 2 weeks later he dies in Stockholm. He was going to be buried with the other kings and queens on the nobility island, but then there turned out the problem. Rene Descartes was Catholic. So he was a Protestant. Of course he could not be buried with the Swedish kings. So he was buried on the churchyard here for 16 years.
Blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above me. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Thank you.
It was very beautiful. The pipe organ, absolute. That was fantastic. I loved it. I could have sat there for hours, chilling, listening to the organ music.
That was really interesting. The guy who's speaking to us is from a tech company. Super nice.
So we just came out of a meeting with the United States Chamber of Commerce, a representative.
We just heard from this guy talk for an hour, all about Swedish businesses, kind of a bit about Swedish business culture.
The person that we talked to was super intelligent and be able to share what makes Sweden different and why we would want to invest or be involved in it.
And as fascinating as those meetings were, it was our next site visit that ended up being one of the most riveting of the entire trip, as we got to meet directly with the Swedish Ålderspresident, or President by Age of the Swedish Parliament, Tuve Skånberg.
We are in front of Parliament, I'm pretty sure. Parliament. Just got through a little security. Yeah, you saw.
What?
Oh yeah, she was right out there. She was right outside. She just walked by. The PM.
Once inside, we were shown all around by President Skånberg.
Social Democrat for S, M for moderate, S, Social Democrat, moderate. MP would be Environmental Party, the Green Party.
During our tour, President Skånberg happened to introduce us to 2 other parliamentarians, including the Rikstag speaker.
Could I stop Annika Engblom? And Annika is a dear old friend from the Standing Committee on Constitution.
Delighted to meet you. My name is Annika Engblom and I am from the southeastern part, a small constituency called Blekinge, where actually Tuve presides during the summer, since he has a summer's presidency there.
Oh, this is Mr. Speaker. Hello. You're second to the king. It so happens. Please give a word. So this is the modern today Parliament. 349 members of Parliament. We are seated not by party, but by constituencies. That's me.
As you can see.
And we are going up here, I believe, to have a view down, because Parliament is in session now.
Just got out of the Swedish Parliament, which was incredible. The president of the Parliament, I guess, he's a very high up leader in the Christian Democrat Party. He gave us a tour of the whole building. We got to look in over like a picture window over the Parliament seats. We got to see the Prime Minister, some of us twice, some of us not at all, sorry Anthony. And then we met him. We also got to hear very briefly from the speaker who was walking by and just got grabbed, and like a couple other people who evidently our host was friends with or colleagues with or something. And so yeah, we just learned a lot and kind of had our minds blown for an hour and a half. So now it's time for dinner.
It was very humbling, I think, and sobering, as Maggie put it, to sort of hear a person in such a position of power in a country to talk about the future in such a bleak manner. He was positive right up until he started talking about the future. And he was essentially like, we are joining NATO because we have to survive. And I think that's a very scary position to be in. It was very interesting to see something that you don't really see a whole lot of in politics, and politicians sort of being like, this is a very, very grave situation because they don't want to scare the public. But he was honest, he was real. So it was intense, but it was genuine. It was a very good experience overall.
It was interesting to like get a Christian perspective about somebody who's like open about like their faith, and like talking about like mutual respect. Like they would never say some like things to each other because they like have mutual respect for one another, which I think is really cool, and like something I feel like our government could learn, which he said that already. So. We got dinner and Swedish meatballs. They were very good. Lingonberries. I usually don't like lingonberries, but I actually like them with mixing it all together. Potatoes, lingonberries, with Swedish meatballs. We played a nice little game per Lily's request of choosing objects that people that people remind you of.
It was like we wanted to bring a lot of like joy to like everything, and yours is a very joyful person.
Which was very fun and very affirming.